This is the third product from Mecha Core Industry, one of my favorite Chinese plumber companies. Usually I will mention the product name first, but this time around, I'm going to take a minute explaining the name. Looking at the spelling, many will wonder, how is it pronounced? Is it IXCHEL, IXCHEL? But if you look at the Chinese, the name in Chinese, right, it's translated to 机核. I mean, the Chinese product, right, of course, they came up with the Chinese name first, I would think. They call it 机核. But this is where it is a bit off, because if going by 机核, then it should be 机核, right? But this one is spelled IXCHEL. So I had to look up the internet and check with the various sources, and I'm pretty confirmed the correct pronunciation of this product is IXCHEL. All right, IXCHEL. It's like email, eShop, but IXCHEL. It's actually a Mayan name. Belong to a Mayan goddess who have many versions of what she actually looked after. But one of the explanation, right? IXCHEL happened to be the moon goddess, which means she looks after the moon, so to speak. And this is where I want to bring to the next point. So this character is supposed to be the moon goddess character, right? Happened so, a few years ago, Bandai actually released one that looked somewhat similar to this. It's called Moon Gundam. This is when the company first announced this product, they showed the preview. All over the internet, they're crying, wow, it's a copy of Moon Gundam. Instead of using the word copy, I would say draw inspiration. No doubt, this guy has the backpack that somewhat, resembles the Moon Gundam. If you go Google, find a picture, put them side by side, you will see the resemblance of it. However, one major difference between these two kits, right, is the one from Bandai was actually a HG, high grade, whereas this one is actually a MG class, which means a lot more parts, a lot more articulation points, and a lot more complex than the other one. So we cannot really say copy unless we say draw inspiration and make it better. This is one part I like about Chinese product. They draw inspiration, they improve it, make it way better. So I would still think this is actually a product that worth taking a second look. Now, enough of the name. You guys want to see what's inside, right? But like always, before I open up, I like to compare the box sizes. Because it's from Mecha Core Industry, so I have the Oberon, the second Mecha Core Industry product. I'm going to put them side by side. And you can see the box size is actually quite consistent. Same width, same height, even same depth. So I'm pretty happy. And another thing, I do see a pattern going on here. When they release Oberon, this Oberon is supposed to be guardian of the skies, Tian Wei, right? That's why it has wings. So it's supposed to take care of the skies. Then when this one came, this is called Ti Wei, guardian of the earth or land. So this guy is supposed to look after the earth. I'm actually quite excited to imagine if there's a next product, right? We pretty much can guess what it's gonna look after. But never mind, let's get into this already. So, I counted the parts, I counted the runners. They are all together 22 runners, which I'm not gonna show one by one. And although there are 22, right, but each are actually small, so there aren't as many parts as the Oberon, because Oberon also about 20 plus runners. But in Oberon's case, right, the runners are actually big, whereas in this case, they are small, so I would say fewer parts. So 22 runners plus 2 display bays. This is because what I have on hand here is actually the initial release, launch release, so to speak. So it comes with a special display base, which once you're done building, right, it's gonna look like the helipad that you can actually elevate. Pretty cool. I mean, if you look for the video, you will see how that works. Oh, and also a transparent. This is for the weapon, the transparent part. The instruction manual, pretty consistent. if you have already built Oberon, then you will find this, well, basically consistent. It's still black and white cover, but nice glossy, glossy print. Can see the instruction a lot thinner than the Oberon, as I said. Although this one has 20 over runners, right? But there are fewer parts. That's why it's actually the selling price is actually lower than Oberon, but it doesn't mean that it's less fun because it's still MG class. Now I want to highlight, right? I haven't mentioned this in this previous video. So because it's a China product, obviously it comes with Chinese and English translation, right? So some may wonder, how is the English in this, right? I'll be really honest. Like always, Chinese, they probably use a bad translator program. So some translation obviously way off the mark. Like for example, this part, unfortunately the camera cannot zoom in, right? There's part, in the beginning they say, certain things that you want to precaution. There's one part about talking about cleaning the nut marks. Means once you cut it off, you want to trim off the nut marks, right? Now in Chinese, that is called 水口 because mold injection mold. Then because 水口 where the liquid can go in, right? So they call it 水口. But these guys, they translated directly water outlet. So for non-Chinese reading Plamo fans, right? Don't be surprised why they're talking about water outlet here. Just look at the picture, follow the instructions only. So I haven't built this. Like always, I cannot really tell you much about the experience building this yet. But I've got the feeling it shouldn't be bad because once again, if you look all over the internet, there are quite a number of videos showcasing the finished built product, which is actually quite impressive. I forgot to mention there's also a water decal. Then again, like always, this decal merely for, decoration, accentuate the parts, which I believe some can do without. So I hope you find this unboxing video useful. It can help you decide whether this kit is worth your money. If I may say, right, actually worth. For such a low price, you can only get a HG kit from the Japanese brand. But here, you get a pretty good quality. Really, this is not a knockoff, this is not a bootleg. It's actually an, so to speak, original creation from Mecha Core Industry. Well, they drawn inspiration from one of the Bandai products, but they improve it way advanced. So please like this video if you find this useful and subscribe to my channel because I'm going to make more videos of new products in the future. Until we see again, this is Dean from Delta Base signing out.